bracket, Lauren, and that's where elimination is on the line. For those not too familiar with how the format works, whoever loses this game will be out of the runnings for ESL Pro League Season 12 playoffs. We're underway here. The GG.bet odds favoring Astralis quite heavily. And this time round, I can actually see the reason behind their madness. Yesterday was a little bit interesting. As we get underway, a minute 25 on the clock. Light utility for Chopper and SDY. No P250s on play on the T side. We have 3 grenades being purchased on for Astralis here. Keep your eyes on those. Device floating over towards this arch side. You've got Essetag and Glaive over towards the B side of things with nades to either deny the plant or stop them from rushing on in. But as we can see on the radar in our top left, it will be the A finish. Setting on up, waiting for any aggression. Spirit now, sub 1 minute, are getting ready to go. Smoke will go over towards Moto. Molotov towards the pit position, I assume.
Okay. On the other side, Dupree gets contact. Magic just waits patiently. Dupree's dead. Gonna need a little help here. Magic's overwhelmed. This is quite nice so far from Magic's on the other side. Oh, God, it's Magic against... Oh, God, I'm just realized.
It was always going to happen.
Yep, no, you're right. I'll keep it together, Chad, because we're not about fun. We just want to watch the game. Essetag and Glaive. Those nades never really came into play here.
Saving.
Yeah, and I do want to just make a quick note. Chat, we can have fun and then watch the game. Nothing changes. The game will start at the time it starts. We aren't slowing down the game. We're just having fun.
We're not acknowledging those.
No. I want people to realize you can have fun. It's, you know, the whole like concept these days of everything's cringe because I'm 12 and, you know, haven't worked through my insecurities yet of being able to express fun and happiness. Like, I want to help people.
Oh, you're a therapist.
Oh, don't know if I'll go that far. Just, I like to see people having fun.
I'll come sit on your couch and tell you my stories.
Yeah. No, I just want people to be able to have fun. It just like Magic's does go down the end, but again, his impact that round got them on the board. So really nice beginning.
Now, Counter-Strike is very serious business. Bad guys shooting good guys, knives, guns, grenades.
It's all there. It's all there.
It's in the digital realms. And in the digital realms, Astralis, and wanting to get on the board here. First map, lower bracket, Spirit's pick. Only 2 kills necessary in that first round for Spirit for them to walk away with the pistol. And I talk about Astralis with being a heavily percentage-based team. They were one of the first to do it at this level, to this stringency with fantastic utility usage. Some well-orchestrated strategies, and then the understanding that Counter-Strike, well, it's a race, Lauren. It's a race to 16.
Yeah. Now, the one thing is that we didn't get to talk too much about Spirit at the start, and I think it'll kind of highlight throughout this game. We were honestly a little bit surprised, I think, most of us, by the result against... Hold on. Glaive found Chopper, and the stack's in the right place. I'll come back to that point in a moment, because Mir might get a little bit of... play off this depending on how Dupree does. He's going to take him down. Okay, this is suddenly looking quite good for Astralis. All players in the right place. I just balanced the Some Die Young. Going to try and claw this one back together. And they've done very well at that, but they've suffered damage. And that's been exploited by Dupree. The Deagle comes out and suddenly a 1v2. They are armored up here on the CT side. This isn't your walk in the park. This is good percentage Counter-Strike being played. And if Magus comes online, if that man's Deagle comes out to play again today, I'm going to lose my mind because that nuke clip is still very much there. But I do want to talk about how Spirit got here because that big result definitely left a mark with me.
I think there was a part of it where in that matchup, both teams were happy to play very, very slow Counter-Strike on their T sides. Now, Spirit had the unfortunate nature of starting on the T side, and we were flabbergasted as to why there was no decisiveness in their play. It felt like they were able to do their defaults and they could have a lot of territory, but they just couldn't, you know, force anything out of big in the early stages of the game. They were able to hold on their utility. The pace changes that we've been seeing from Spirit and that we've been touting as one of their key strengths weren't really coming on through, and they just got paddled. It didn't feel like Spirit were competitive whatsoever. We want to see the version of Spirit where Mir is an absolute monster. We've got Boris the Brutalizer getting involved as well. I just balance on the AWP. This team, they were starting to grow on us. And in their opening game within the upper bracket, there was nothing that we fell in love with. It was quite the opposite. So today, Astralis, they are 100% the favorites in this one. There's no question about it. There's no conversation. And that's with the head-to-head that these guys had towards the tail end of their group stage. It was a 2-0 from Astralis back then. We're looking for a likely 2-0 from Astralis here today, considering the map pool. And that loss yesterday, very fresh in Astralis' mind. And nothing motivates winners more than losing, Lauren. So I would say that a champion caliber team of Astralis want to bounce back with a vengeance. Unfortunately for Spirit, they're going to be the ones on the receiving end of that vengeance. So they force-bought back in here, Team Spirit. Postured across the map early. Now back over towards the B side. They're going to have a 5-on-2 situation. Astag has a flash. Glaive ready to peek. Smoke's going to fade.
Oh, Glaive. This is going to be a horrible surprise. Oh, that smoke's going to fade any second. Now he's made it away in time. No harm, no foul. But they're not being subtle about this now. Going loud, going in the site. It's going to be Glaive to receive the first. Deals with the second well, but Sundai Young, that's the player to watch. He has the Galil, so does Esatag, and he shows his is just as potent.
They can't plant. They can't
time. 4 seconds. The bomb fell in the wrong place. It's over. It's done for.
We need to get another Galil right now to take 2 rifles through to the next round. He will pick it up, so SDY and Mia able to scavenge some guns. Mia will be able to drop across the Tech 9. If you want to go for a force buy again for Team Spirit, I could definitely justify it, all things considered with that damage they were able to do. I want to highlight there why you saw Glaive transitioning with the smoke just about to fade. If it's that late round, you really want to be playing 2 in the site, guys. If you get isolated and Glaive was towards CT and Esatag goes down toward the site, they will find themselves in more of a retake situation. So by crossing that late, just with the timing that we saw, getting into the bomb site, really able to bolster that defense and deny Team Spirit from planting that bomb. The force buy will come back on out. I just bounce holding on to a little bit of residual cash and a nade straight down the guts there as Mia. Cool. It's to 63 points of health.
and seeing the time run out like that, even though that wasn't necessarily the same scenario, does remind me of what we saw happening with these guys not too long ago, is that very late in the day hit. We were excited for the potential of a pace change, and it never quite came through in that previous game that we got to watch. However, you know, obviously they've probably gone back and watched it and gone, right, that's clearly an issue that we've run out of time. What is it, 4 or 5 rounds, maybe even more. But for now, we have to see what they can do, because Mir never really got going, and he's one of those players that we'll highlight, because leading up until that game, he was a big swing factor. If he has a good game, they are a very, very scary team. But what's scaring me right now is the fact that Glaive's got all the info. That's the bomb now left loose. Sundai Young's come back around, and he's delivered a nice shot. Glaive's gone down, everything's been noted, but now they're going to maybe hit the brakes for a second, costing more time for the T's, but they have to be very cognizant of the information now and map control kept by Astralis.
Esatag's the safety net here. Glaive pushed forward, had the information, even had an impact frag, and that stalled out Spirit. But Esatag, by waiting over towards this log position, he's good for 1, a minimum of 1, and also holding on to deep banana information. What that means is the remainder of Astralis forces can stay over towards this site. As I say that, Device is starting to rotate through CT. I'm not quite sure what's forcing this.
Probably just the feel, and the feel right now is that Magisk is going to hold the apartments push. He's bought time perfectly for Device to get back around. And yes, Sundai Young's doing damage. If he gets this kill, it's game on. It's not. It's over. Device keeps control, even though it was quite costly.
Yeah, now Spirit should take a save or just a partial investment here. You can only have so many of these force buy rounds where you continue forward and to go, okay, enough's enough. You've won the force buy wars. We'll take a step back. We'll allow our cash bonus to build on up so we can get those guns out, get I disbalance that coveted AWP. You want to get your AK-47s, your full kits of utility. And on the other side of things, Astralis, well, they'll be happy to take a breath. They'll be happy to get a full gun round on the board themselves, potentially build a little bit of a bank here. They've got head armor on all 5, kits for 3 of them, full sets of nades. Early utility usage over towards the top banana, not going to do a lick of damage whatsoever. As we take a look at Team Spirit's buy, you can see SDY on a Deadly Deagle. P250 for that of Nia. The other 3 will just be down to the Glock. So around like this, Astralis, you can limit it to 1 or 2 players. Don't want any more than that going on down. Don't make it any more costly, because in the early stages of Inferno, especially when you're gifted a scenario like this, there's a great chance to build your bank.
And I do want to look at the utility usage and how frugal Astralis can be, because they are incredibly diligent with utility usage, and I feel as though they're not going to just expend it for no reason, which is obviously a lovely idea for the T's. They'd love to rip away any of that, you know, money that's sitting in the bank there with those smokes, nades, mollies that obviously want to be dragged into the next round. I think a step's been heard, yep. Glaive going to play his down. Already seen Chopper potentially get across. I think he has, yep. Glaive, good work on the damage there. And the rest are still posted up. Now,
great
that nade is going to be lovely. Doesn't do as much as I hoped.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to do a lot there. Just out of the lines of damage with Spirit. Another smoke will drop now, 40 seconds. They are expending that utility that they wanted. If you want to really punish them if you're Astralis, try and keep them locked out for as long as possible, and then if they run in on the last 10 seconds, hide and don't shoot them until the time expires. That's a risk that Team Spirit might run if they continue to wait here. if you want to punish them as hard as you can, that would be ideal for the side of Astralis.
Yeah, and I do, again, that utility usage really highlighted to me. They've been saved perfectly down to those last couple of seconds. Glaive can be forced to fight. Might have wanted to wait till after time, but they'll handle them whenever they have to. They're down to 7 seconds here. If a kill comes in, that's fine, but it's
now
not going to come for a bomb plant.
Don't shoot him, don't shoot him, don't shoot him.
Oh,
You didn't have to shoot him. He wouldn't have enough time to plant. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's really here nor there. It's just the finer details.
It's a nice bonus, yeah.
Yeah, if you can just deny that lost bonus coming on through. But once again, Astralis put another round on the board. 4 on the trot right now after losing that pistol and saving 3 players on the pistol round. Yes, indeed, they saved 3 players on the pistol round. They've been able to bounce back in quite the fashion. You can see here the rifles will come out for the Team Spirit side of things. 3 over towards the top banana early. No AWP for device on the other side of things just yet.
I want to see how iDisbalance does, because we've had quiet games from him, and then we've also had very impactful games.
Yeah.
Obviously, throughout the regular season, statistically, he was quite well rated. He did very well for himself, but I want to see how it works out on T side Inferno. It's never going to be easy to implement, so if he finds pace for it, I like that. Great deal of utility invested towards banana early on. The T's not really paying much mind to it yet.
So still with mid information was device. That smoke's going to force him back off the line. Ready to drop a nade of his own. When's the sound cue? A few footsteps are made. Nade is a little bit short, but still tickles up both Chopper and iDisbalance. Down below sub 90 HP. Now they're playing for mid info. This is not what we saw from Na'Vi the other day. Astralis being very, very active within these mid rounds, taking territory back off of Spirit. And through apartments, they want to crunch. This is eyes on Magisk.
Does have Dubry to help him.
Oh, the rotation as well. Glaive's already over towards Arch.
Yeah, he's leaning. This is right place, right time for the CT side. That flash is great, though. iDisbalance gets a gold star for that, but there's the support system in play. Device and Dupree in combination. Device going to buy time for the cross to come in, so Dupree potentially could catch it. Wallbang. That's what you want to see from iDisbalance. That's the player we were looking for. And now Esatag. He was towards B, but the timing, does he get it right? He peeks through. He's going to get towards the bomb site. Oh. That's brave. The jump then? He's trying to turret around. Chopper's found him, but that is all iDisbalance on the difference makers.
Yeah, that was some big play there from iDisbalance, considering the chips looked like they were down. We were calling that early rotation coming over from Glaive, and Spirit were able to handle that. And that's going to put Astralis in a little bit of a weird scenario right now. They have an option. These are the kills that we saw come through from iDisbalance. The one through the wall onto device, the no scope here onto Dupree, and that's the site open for business. You can see as Esatag pushes in, he actually flicked his mouse behind him. There was only 2 players surviving, and he saw one of them go to pit. So maybe thinking there was more players alive in all the furious flurry of that round number 6. It would just be the partial investment from Astralis here, not opting to go for the buy. They would have had enough to justify one. It would have been with MP9s, maybe some Famis's in the mix. They want to go for the full gun rounds, knowing how important that utility can be. Device might get overwhelmed here in a second. SDY already forward in the boiler room, and back towards middle Spirit go. So much more of a direct approach this time round.
And the pace is substantially different. Device around the back, question mark. Dupree's going to try and be quite subtle about this, but for now it does seem as though the T side have...
He must have dropped it in spawn or something. He's only rocking the Zeus. I guess
you're forced to use it, right? Maybe it's that, you know, training with weights sort of deal going on.
If he goes flying out of apartments and like circle jumps down and iDisbalance picks up the AWP.
It shouldn't happen because Chopper's watching this.
Wait, so Glaive has a flash. If Glaive flashes for... Okay, never mind.
Nah, Glaive ain't wanting any of this. He's got himself a nice little AK.
So they're just doing financial damage right now, Astralis. They're just boxing them in, making sure that Team Spirit are unable to leave. If they want to go towards the pit, they're going to try and do late round damage over there. This is when Dupree might actually go out holes, and you can see he's giving him the pistol. Here comes the flash. Dupree's going to go for damage now. Not going to get anything done.
I think a single bullet hit. Vice having a go at it. Tags, doesn't matter. Again, I have to highlight early work coming out from iDisbalance, Sumdai Young. I want to see Mir joining in, and then suddenly you've got a really dangerous 3 there coming out. I would love to see Spirit finding that form here, confidence getting, you know, boosted up early on. Now, bear in mind, we did go on a 4-round run for the CT side. They're fine on that. They're happy enough. We do get them back on the buy here. So I want to see, again, what does Spirit have to bring out here? We've seen a bit of a pace change here and there.
I just want to point out, Glaive with 3,400 left over didn't buy a defuse kit. So going into round number 8, if we find ourselves in a post-plant scenario, Astralis going for a retake, maybe off the cards immediately. Taken full banana control. They've managed to slot S-Attack all the way down over towards logs. You can see here, Team Spirit working their default up towards middle. Smoke on towards the arch side, keeping an AWP-less device at bay. Smoke down towards bottom of banana now, and mid control is garnered. So a minute 20 left on the clock. Things are going swimmingly for Team Spirit, but they need to take back some banana information. And as the trade of nades comes on through, I just bounce, cops a decent chunk. S-Attack's the sole defender here. We have seen Glaive leave him on an island, rotating over for that A lean. The smoke for S-Attack is everything.
Yeah, hearing that nade, you do instantly see Glaive coming back around, potentially called by S-Tag. Whether or not he saw anyone on that jump peak, I don't think he did. But they will be in the right place. There's that flash to clear the top, and now Glaive's actually on this with the flash to set him up. Chopper unblind, though. Push further forward, he takes down Glaive. Massive opportunity now for the T's. They have banana control. They had top mid control. They've been going through that checklist of everything you want to see a T-side do. But now Device has found the timing to come over here. Might go ahead of those smokes, he does, just for a little bit of a spray. Not looking like he wants to stick around too long, especially now. 37 HP isn't looking so ideal. High flash, gonna put S-Tag in a bad position. There's Mirror on the opener, big and 2. S-Tag down, you've got the site now open, available. Bomb plant, get out of there. Oh, Device can't even make it out. Idis Balance catching him on the way. This is a nice T-side so far from Spirit.
Yeah, and they're more than happy just to give Astralis banana control at the start of the round. So if I'm Astralis, I'm probably reflecting on that game that Spirit played just the other day against Big and going, what did Big do? Well, they didn't waste all of their utility within the early stages. They held on to as much as they possibly could, and then they used it in more of a smoke molly defense style as the attacks were coming through from Team Spirit. With Astralis now losing yet another round, that'll be 3 on the trot in favor of the CIS squad. I think a flash is about to come through into library. Were they thinking about it? Well, they don't need it. Chopper's going to destroy Dupree, dropping one of those rifles. And now it's just Magus tucked in towards the pit. I think he'll stay alive here. They're a little bit far away as Chopper hunting, chasing, desperately looking to take him on down. Doesn't have enough seconds on the clock to get there. And well, this is the opening kill over towards the B side of things. Glaive will fall, searching for that info. And then S-Attack, that flash that you were talking about coming in from CT, it was just a little bit early. It was ahead of the T-sided attack. They hadn't even taken control of pool just yet. So S-Attack was picking on in, expecting them to be blind, and nobody was home.
Mad thing on Twitter, obviously. The Danish police tweeting out. If you sprint home to watch the Astralis versus Team Spirit game here at 2 o'clock, understandable. But now remember to keep a good distance from others, even on the way home. Like, they truly are just like celebrity status out there. That's
yeah,
mad.
It's wild. I've been over there for a couple of events when Astralis are doing their jersey drops and seeing everybody lining on up. But with the country of Denmark behind you, Lauren, you might want to be picking up a win here where...
You might want that.
Yeah, let's not... Ooh. Oh, whoa, the quick change. STY almost got caught with his pants down.
A little shaky.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's not beat around the bush like a 70s porn, Lauren, because this is somewhere where Astralis are the clear favorites here.
Sorry, I didn't hear that the first time, Chad. What did you say?
I don't know if I should repeat it.
But I loved that. Absolutely loved it. Device is now committed to this. Through the swings, he's found. Now, they do have 3 players here, but if they go through CT Arch, it'd be just S-Attack. It does seem as though they're going to continue forward. Whether or not they expect this many players. Oh. Dupree with a big dink. What the hell? God, that phrase doesn't sound good after what you said, but it's going to be Glaive to join in as well. But there's Glaive continuing. How the hell is he finding these? Just nabs a gun as well. Suddenly, the shots come through. How on earth did they just win that? Dupree's shot was absolute filth. Then suddenly you have Glaive battering people. USPs apparently is all you need.
Yeah, and they did it without that saved rifle really playing too much of a role within this one. Sure, Vegas baiting so that Glaive can push on in and get a couple of these kills, drawing that attention was huge. But this is twice now, Astralis, within the early stages of this game that they've made the right read. Think about the force buy that they won. It was with that B stack where they were ready for that wraparound through construction, through the ruins position. They had players in the right place to hit the big shots. And here again on round number 9. So back underway we go. Money decent enough for Team Spirit to buy the banana aggression as S-Tag. He needs to be careful. Damage was done to Chopper, down to 11, but the shot was even better. Opening kill for Team Spirit.
Device is on the AWP now. That being picked up, filtered back through to him. Molly smoke flash, they can prop him up. That you feel like you're in a safe place when you've got Device controlling this, but I haven't been afraid to go back towards it either. Glaive gonna post himself up towards CT Arch.
If they just go back towards one of these A hits, Team Spirit, they're probably on for success again. Smokes go over, one towards Moto, one towards front site, and one towards the Arch side. Up quad, here we go.
The nade did a bit of damage there, a little bit of a tickle, but they just kept safe by the smoke there. Molotov coming in. Device on the way back around. Oh, this could be problematic. Yes, he's been found. 46 seconds, B's open. My word, have we got a new Fakey Boy team?
Well, look at the low HP on 3 of them right here. Chopper's still selling the A play. Glaive is the only man over towards the B side of things. Molotov going to get dropped. That gives up the fact that there is a player over towards this side of the map, and now it's just going down to the rifles. Glaive has to hit some shots and some big ones. The bomb not committed towards the B side, and if he calls for a rotation, if Glaive goes down, they might leave the pit position, and that's going to leave A completely open. They are in the right place here, Astralis. If they don't move, they can still win this.
I'm amazed by it.
Have to go A now.
Are they going to hear any of these steps? They must have now. Chopper seen. Shot needs to come in, yeah. Major's going to keep Dupree safe and then some. Oh my word, though. How did they just come through so quickly? Dupree dies in the blink of an eye. I thought they'd done enough with Majors then towards that little, corner there, playing by the bike. The smoke was in place. Not to be.
Yeah, there was no way you would be expecting an A hit, especially after they took Glaive down over on the site. But I think Team Spirit thought, well, surely if we kill the B defender, they're going to have to rotate. Not the case. The late utility worked out perfectly for that of Team Spirit, and they'll bounce back. And this is going to force Astralis into a place where they have to question what type of a buy do they want to go for, because the low round, the scrappy buys, they've had success on 2 of those already. Do they want to go for another one, or do they want to now concede what could potentially be a couple of rounds on the trot here by taking some partials? Discussion time. As you can see the money. This is what I'm talking about, right? Magus has enough to buy. Glaive has enough to buy. Device, he has enough to buy as well. It's just Dupree and Esatag who are down there, both sub 3K mark. So it will be one of these partials. And that's what they, like other teams, we would see them justify the buy, right? They go, okay, we can get 3 rifles up. I'll drop you an alt for Device. You can drop me an M4. Maybe we'll get a couple of MP9s out. We can get some decent utility. Other teams we might see go for that. With Astralis going for more percentage style counter-strike, they play the Chad style. They want the full buys, right? They want those where everybody has everything they want and everything they need.
Did you say they play to your style?
The style I like.
Astralis plays...
The style I like.
Ah, I see,
right?
I see,
I'm one of those like purists who wants to make sure everybody, it's not that I don't like the MP9s or the shotguns or, the pistols.
Yeah.
But they play the style of Counter-Strike, which I think is tidiest.
Yeah. I will say the damage done by the nades was great, but it does fall down to the pistols. That does mean it's going to get a little tricky at this point. But again, the newly appointed addition to the Fakey Boy gang will be Spirit. Smoke towards CT cross. Smoke comes back out. A little bit of a trade up, but obviously the CT side working with very limited amounts.
Surely they win another one of these. Surely.
The thing is, I wanted to talk to Rush, but then I was like, wait, Astralis kind of keep winning these. So, no offense,
People
Rush.
will bring him in on a gun round.
Yeah, gun rounds. We'll bring you back out. Glaive looks for a little info, finds a little too much for it. Now, Dupree has put himself in this position. Magus has started looking down mid. He's going to put himself into the apartment. So they're quite aware. This is a high percentage chance they're coming this way with all the smokes up. It's going to be Esatag to find the first. Well, be found the first, should I say. And now it is just Glaive. Shouldn't be much of a problem.
There was a chance that he had a couple of kills there, but low on HP. The bomb should be going on down. Magus, can he get any more than one? It's not to be, as the only damage found there was on Tamir. He falls. We'll be able to reinvest. And now we see the full buy coming out from Astralis. Now, the AWP, no Molotov for Dupree, no Molotov for Device. So no crowd control nades up. No.
How you doing, Rush?
Again.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. What's going on?
Do you like your jumpsuit?
Yeah, I haven't tried it on yet.
Okay, well,
I'm looking forward to it.
I hope it fits. I hope it's all good.
It should be okay.
We got it measured up.
I can get it adjusted if not, professionally.
How the fingers feeling today? They fresh?
Fingers are feeling good, feeling all right. I'm hoping Device is going to get 5 this round, but who knows? Maybe me up here might do more, but maybe it's Magix who might do more.
Hey. What's the official pronunciation of the two names?
Isn't it Magisk?
Yeah, close enough.
And Magix.
Okay.
And the double X, you know, it's like X, you know, Magix.
You really got to put that accent
You
on
really
it.
have to, yeah.
Okay. Well.
Missed you, Rush.
No worries. Good to be back. Good to be back. Had a nice day off yesterday. It was pretty chill.
That's a funny way to say I missed you too, but all right.
Missed you
Device
too.
now getting some pressure. My feelies are just constantly hurt. Dupree over towards CT Archer's time, bit of a switch around. This balance, trying to isolate, see if you get maybe a little freebie with that smoke in play.
Okay, slow one here again from Team Spirit. I think in the following rounds we might see some pace changes, but let's keep our eyes on round number 12. Posturing for another one of these A attacks. Astralis still have a little bit of information, and now they want to jiggle towards the top of Banana, potentially taking that back. Nade down towards the half wall, but eyes on Device. AWP in hand, smokes go over, flashes as well. Aegis does well to get one out of halls. Pressure is on. Device will find Magix and dropping back towards that pit as Dupree rotating over. He's going to deal with all the problems, and now it's just Mir.
One towards CT Arch, and no more. Glaive puts a stop to it. This has been, is this back and forth? I feel it's been a bit streaky.
It has. There's been like a couple of patches, right? So we started with Astralis with the 4 in the row, then we had the 3 back, and then we had a bit more back and forth in the recent rounds. Now, Astralis probably wanting to post 9 rounds. That means they need to go clean for the remainder of this half. Here's a look at Dupree coming through the smoke, just mopping up any of the mess that they could have been over towards the A side of things. Balance to be dropped across the north. The buy's looking good for Team Spirit. Their money now in a bit of a precarious situation. Should be looking to get the bomb down to continue to stimulate that economy to get some buys. There's the smoke. It's a one-way. Denies the molly. Allows Device to be set up for that kill onto Chopper, but he's under pressure.
Yeah, that smoke should help. Unless Mir just barrels straight through, which I think he has. Oh yeah, Device did not expect that at all. Mir just put to task. Through the smoke I go. No fear against the AWP of Device.
Yeah, and I understand why, because you would be expecting with that smoke that was thrown on down.
Got a nade on the floor.
Well, he's got to use that nade and then throw the other one, right? That one would have...
Oh, has he dropped it for his teammate, yeah?
It would have been blown off of Device's body, Lauren.
How?
Well, I would show you in Skybox, but I don't think it has that functionality. Maybe MC can go back in time and find that for you.
How the hell did that end up there? Oh god, people are going to think I'm serious about dropping the nade, I just realised. Right, nice nade damage though.
It's a new feature, Lauren.
People are actually going to be like, oh, she doesn't know Counter-Strike.
They added it recently.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Good nade damage though, and this does kind of, now with those smokes, almost encourage that Molotov to go in with the smoke coming back from S-Attack. He's very well and truly aware of the potential. As Glaive's up on top to deal with a lot of this. Now, oh, S-Attack tried to get through it. Mir playing pretty far forward. This is going to be a problem for Glaive. He's going to be dead on a timer. Yeah, goodbye. Beautifully done by Mir. Nicely positioned, very proactive in play, and having full faith in his teammates to still be safe on the site. Now we do see Magis getting quite close. Dupree is there.
Oh, he missed the nade.
The nade was close, but no cigar. Now that molly, however, very nice. Forced to fight, forced to die. Idis Balance and Mir to hold. What do they have left? Flashes, nades, but Idis Balance going to cost Magis his life, and Dupree's thought better of this one.
Yeah, that rotation was very, very far away. You could see Astralis, they were on the other side of the map, obviously holding the A bomb site, but they were over towards pit and halls. So for them to rotate over, it took a very, very long time. And considering how all over the place Spirit have been in some of these rounds, you would start to get a little bit more hesitant in the way that you want to be rotating anyway. Oh, the chase is already on. That was very quick stuff from Mir. He goes down. Idis Balance will want to hold on to this AWP. Now, I would like to see that pace change that I was talking about from Spirit coming through now. The fact that with this win bonus they're getting, they're all just over that 4K mark or just under for the likes of STY and Magix. They can buy into some Mac 10s here. You know, get those Mac 10s up, potentially go for a faster play over towards B. See what gear you're able to open up here and punish Astralis, because their money is also in a bit of trouble. Device has enough to buy a rifle. Aegis is going with the FAMAS, so this will be the buy. Should see Device buying on in any moment. There it is. Just the pistol for Glaive. S-Tag thinking, what do I want? And he's just going to go with a CZ75. So one defuse kit in play. Pace change is not super quick from Spirit. They are still crossing their T's, dotting their I's, going for more of the default spread, holding Astralis back with utility to kick things off, but now we're talking SDY in the boiler room, ready to pounce at any moment. A is getting set up. This is going to be quick.
Yeah, it certainly is. Device feeling the pressure, already going to hear the flashes, the steps, everything coming his way. Molly's going to buy a bit of time, but they go through it again. These guys are not slowing down for anything. Young is so blind, though. Completely flashed, but as is Device, and with that smoke in play, he can't really see what's happened. I think Chopper might know where he is, though, and now Major's going down. It's just Device. Staying alive is pretty valuable, to be fair. It does cut off those post-plant positions. I disbalance. Could have done with that. Not to be just yet. Still a bit of mayhem here. Yet to get the bomb down as well. We've got iDisbalance doing everything he can to keep Spirit looking likely on this as Chopper begins to try and worm his way around as well. Glaive and Device. This is a tough one.
He's on for the... Oh, that's 3 for him. Mia got the first, so Glaive. Not a lot he could do there, just that 5-7 in hand, and that's the half for Team Spirit. 8 rounds to them. The money is in the bin for Astralis going into the final round of play. They only had the $2,400 loss bonus because the back and forth affair within the middle of the patch, and, well, Spirit are on for the 9 rounds that I said Astralis probably really wanted. And this is better from Spirit. It's much better than what we saw the other day against Big, that's for sure.
I mean, they're actually closing out rounds within the time limit, so yeah. I'm really happy about that.
And that was a much more direct approach, right? The fact that they took pit control, the site getting smoked off again by Astralis, forced Team Spirit to go for different duels. And once they had dealt with Magus over towards the pit position, it was just a matter of, okay, well, we have this territory. Now we're just going to sit back and take the fights. And iDisbalance was offered up many a kill. Maybe they might flash and try and push through this mid-smoke here. It's strange that they're postured so close. Deep nades set up down towards middle. There they go, 4 of them. That's going to give away the sound cues. There were 4 players over towards the top of middle. Hasn't forced Spirit to go straight for a B play, as we can see Astralis trying to play the mind games. They've rotated Glaive and Esatag over here to join up with that of Device on the B bomb site. They're leaving Dupree to go on a fact-finding mission. He's going to go down here, I think, Lauren.
Does he take it? He does. Gets the shot as well, but Young doesn't die at all. And now it's going to be the B hit. There are a good couple of players here for the CT side. But again, just pistols. They do have the armor there, but they hit the brakes on this. This could be the double dip. Do still have Young controlling the bottom of T stairs, ensuring that there is no danger in the back, so they can focus on the way forward if they want to. Their last bit of utility put to place for the CT side. They are running very low, and they have sent Device back towards A, maybe feeling those fakey boys might be coming online.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. They have time to run up middle, take some fights, and then still head back towards B, but that's got a timer on it, and that timer is going to quickly expire. Looks like it just will be the A play.
Yeah, greeted by Device happily. Maybe that's nice, but it's not nice enough. There's this attack, though. He needs these to be crisp and land cleanly, and they don't. So now just Glaive left in the 1v3, and this half has been mostly dominated by Spirit. They've looked pretty well-rounded. A bit of a different look to what we saw against Big, and a shutdown in the end. A nice scoreline, 6-9. Favorable to Spirit, but it's not over yet. Astralis get to have their go on the T side. Let's see if Spirit can keep them locked in.
Feel the heat, but we don't wanna let go. We answer questions that we ask alone. I hear the words, but they're coming out in echo. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? At the bottom, don't take the bait, just walk away, resuscitate your nirvana. I feel the way I'm let your life slide away. That's a race, so you win, play to race. Forever in our open arms, we're thankful we made it safe so far. We proudly show our battle scars because they made us true. Would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? There's a race, so you win, play to race. There's a race, so you win, play to race.
Nine-6 on the half in favor of Team Spirit on the T side of their map choice. Things are looking pretty dangerous out there for Astralis, as loser of this one will be eliminated from ESL Pro League Season 12 playoffs for the European side of things. We're going to get this one back underway as Astralis now get their shot at the T side. Utility out. Glaive and Magisk investing in that. Armor for the other three, Dupree, Device, and Esatag. On the other side of things, it'll be Chopper with a kit and some flashbangs. It's actually a four-man B-lane coming out early with Mir on a fact-finding mission, fishing over towards alt mid.
Just combine the two. It
Yeah.
works. It works.
And look at this, in limbo towards spawn. So they're waiting for calls to be made either from Magix, who was towards the top of Banana. Now he's tucked himself back on in towards the new box. Or from Mir, who was the man running across the boiler room and spotting into second mid. As we can see, Astralis now have full Banana control. They have two smokes. One can be used for CT, one can be used for coffins. And then they have a Molotov as well.
Imagine the CT side would love to do something about this, though, and they've caught them in transition just before those smokes, just as the flashes were coming through. They do capitalize well, though. Dupree going to equal out those odds by claiming 2 quick kills. As now Chopper, there's a little bit of a dance, but backs away, eventually staying safe, buying a bit of time, but Device finds Idis balance. Chopper and Mir. Mir's position now noted. Glaives knows where the other is. Just takes a straight up fight. That's the kit now removed as Mir, the last man alive, position noted. No other ways to approach this. High flash, fully blind. Forced to back away.
Yeah, he's just going to try and hold on to this armor now. They're going to chase him on down. Magix wants to take this away. Dupree too has had some big kills within this one, and he'll get finished on off. Mir falls. USP scavenged. Round 7 on the board for Astralis here. 9-7 now. Force buy from Team Spirit likely. As you see, Mir purchasing on with the Deagle. HE for him. Swag 7 for Magix. We've seen him get boosted up towards that porch side of things on the little ledge. 2 more Deagles, STY and Idis Balance, also investing in those. Idis Balance with head armor, not keeping residual cash for that AWP within the early stages. Chopper with a CZ and a smoke. So not going for crowd control, going for damage here, Team Spirit. They've actually gone for the same play they always do. Magix has been up here almost every time that we've watched this squad on Inferno, especially on these force buys. Quickly up in towards the boiler room will be Dupree, making sure no one's postured forward. Off the flash will clear out. Now towards B, they're selling a little bit of a fake. So smoke towards coffins will draw out one in return from Chopper. That's the only smoke going on down. They noted where that smoke came from. Land that one on the head of Chopper for 48 damage. And now with 1:10 left on the clock, Astralis have some choices to make.
Some geeky smokes, I like them. And it looks like Spirit are going to take a bit of a gamble themselves. Now, Magix was blind, but do they check on this? It is a tendency, we have seen it before. But this top mid hold is pretty decent. You've got 4 players on this. Mir and Chopper are about to go and look for information. Chopper's found one. Oh, dearie me, it's all falling apart towards the top of middle. It looked dangerous, but now the bomb's swiftly going to be gathered up. trotted over towards that B bomb site. And now Magus and Device need to do something quite spectacular. Keep in mind those guns will be recovered. There is armor against them. Limited utility, sure. But Device looking for early damage. God, that's stunning. Clean as anything. Would like a little more as well. Spots another. Good. That's going to be at least a rifle remove. That does fall back into the hands of Sundai Young. Magus goes in for a look. Ooh, he's taking a little bit more damage, I feel, than he would have liked on that one, but it's not always your choice. And now suddenly Device is looking very damaged, looking a little worse for wear. Wants clean shots, wants these to land as best he could, but he can't make it count. Magix is there.
I don't have time.
Magix is there. And you're right, they bought just enough time. That must have been bloody close, though.
I think as Magus swung to fight Spawn off of Device's flash, there was about 20 seconds left. And then that push on in from Spirit, it did take its time, but we saw a similar scene to this yesterday. It was actually that of Heroic who were able to hold onto a bunch of rifles and then punish Astralis going forward. And this might even be enough for Spirit to consider a buy because they kept 2 Galils and an AK-47. Now, to me, that's a very, very potent looking buy before we talk about what else is going to be purchased on through. I feel like they could have gone for a full buy in a round like this. They've just dropped across the upgraded pistols they had. So Mia and I Disbalance get dropped a Deagle and a CZ respectively. But yeah, I could have made a real argument for them to go for a full buy in a round like this. It's not to be the case, so let's focus on what we do have on the table, and that's going to be 2 MAC-10s and a UMP. Device with the AK. Magus with an AK as well, and it's going to be fast out of apps.
Yeah, the flash is going to really set it in motion. They know that Sundai Young is going to be in transition. It's going to be Magix who finds it, but they were quick to the site. And now they've got the CTs pretty much locked off. If that bomb gets in safely, that is a safe plant. I don't see any way for them to hinder that. The CTs who are over towards that B side are trying to clear through T-Apps, through second mid, towards that underpass. Big kill from Device towards Magix. That is going to be at least the rifle removed, or one of. There's the other. Chopper going down. Again, that's nice. A big gun recovered. This is a clean round, it looks so far from Astralis. And you have the SMGs hunting Dupree. Very clean on the kill towards Disbalance. And there's the gun come back, but I'm sure that means that Mir is going to be playing hide and seek for a while.
Yes, he can. Look at this. Device just plucking him out of the air there as he's dipping off at the balcony. It's going to be 9-9. Astralis have turned this on its head quickly, but now can they continue forward? There was some woes on round 17. Round 18, when it was more of a deadly buy, one could argue, they made it look even easier. So there's that shot again in slow-mo. We like to give you guys all the action we can, as many times as possible, especially within those power plays. And we do have those on the menu today, Lauren. It is Thursday. Your favorite day of the week.
Is it?
I don't know what your favorite day of the week is. Every day for us is the same, so it doesn't really matter.
You're not wrong. 3-man lean towards the top of Banana. And it looks like early investigation from Dupree. He's still keeping the MAC-10. He's getting quite a bit of information early as well, and you don't love to have an AWP against this just because you know he's jumping corners, he's going to be a nuisance, he's going to stay mobile, he's going to get more information. He is being very bold.
Look at the rotation he's forced here, Lauren. There's 4 players, and now Mir's in transition.
Does he hear this? I don't know if they were close enough to hear any of that.
They could go for more of a pouncy play. It's not super Astralis style, but I wouldn't hate it. Oh,
Dupree's going to get there now. You have bit of a trade out on the first. Chopper's still in position, but Device. Great kill, high value to it. Bomb now to be planted, a 3v3 post plant, but look at the mollies, look at the nades. There's still a lot of time to be able to be bought by the T side here in this post plant scenario. And on the other side, 2 flashes and a nade. So a little bit of playback in, but no early kills to be offered up.
Oh, that nade onto Magix there. That might just seal the deal. There's one more molly to be used in the hands of Vestatag. He is over towards Banana, so that'll be more of a shallow molly if he is to use it. But looks like they want to go for this. Oh, Device has found another one? Never mind. This one's safe. So many flames on the floor there. Astralis walking away with their 10th round on the board. And it was simple stuff. It just came through that execute on towards the B site ahead of the smokes. Device getting 2 big entry kills. And really, I think what you were pointing out in the early stages of how cavalier we had Dupree being up towards middle with that MAC-10. He could be a bit more mobile, jumping around, a bit more aggressive, not so worried about losing that. He used to put so much pressure on just with his presence alone that Spirit had to respect it. And that's why we saw the early rotation coming on through, them getting caught in limbo and then eventually punished. So the buy coming back out. Everyone has AKs now on the Astralis side of things. A Famis for Magix. M4 is for Mir, STY, and Chopper, and iDisbalance keeping that AWP. 2 defuse kits in play. Utility is decent. See if Team Spirit have anything to say in this one. They've opted for what was a double app setup towards Halls at the start, but they've dropped out of that with the spam coming on through. Normally indicative that it isn't a faster play over towards Boiler and Halls. As we can see on the radar, it is just Dupree patrolling that side of the map. Half wall smoke comes on through. Molotov not needed. You can see this. They're actually trying to bait them into Mir's hands. Device will respect this smoke. Minute and 10 left on the clock now. Good damage.
And nade. Did the chicken just
eat the nade? Like, did the nade go through the chicken? It definitely went burger.
Because I don't know if it stops how they bounce, because that looks like it might have gone further, and if it did, that might have done a lot more damage to the device.
Bloody chickens.
You hate to see it.
You love to eat them, though.
You do. Speaking of device, though, his rifling's been pretty key today.
Yeah, we haven't seen him on the AWP too much, or at least not having a lot of impact on it.
He seems perfectly fine, though.
Yeah, and that maybe that's one of the keys Astralis need to continue here on the first map. Molly's over. Don't look like they're committing on this. You can still see 2 players from Astralis trundling up middle. Make it 1.
Yeah, but there's the issue, though. Glaive being found has kind of called this off, and now they've lost players on both sides. So you're down to the core 3 that are trying to make this work with the rifles, but...
They're saving? Oh, I hate this. Like, I know they have to, but we didn't even get into the round, Lauren.
No. Rush, how was your day off? What did you get up to?
What did I get up to? An Enderman killed me when I was trying to kill the dragon. That was very sad. Played a little bit of Danger Zone with Chad. That was all right.
Yeah, we won some games.
Yep. Some good stuff.
Goombed some people.
Some Goombas, some breach kills, some knife kills.
What time did you wake up? Just have a lie-in?
Today or yesterday?
Not today.
I think I woke up at like 1.
Yeah, okay. The gamer lifestyle. We can respect it.
But I think that messed up my sleep for last night, however, you know. So it's a give and take. It's a yin and a yang, you know.
You take the good with the bad.
Exactly.
And right now tied up at 10-10. Round 21. AK's back out for Astralis here. Let's see if they can give us an exciting round on the cards. iDisbalance wanting to make things exciting. Pushing down. Already trained. Glaive tagged on up. Down to 12.
Yeah. Okay. I want to see if iDisbalance continues. We saw some quite, flared T-side AWPing. Device done for. Mir hadn't been discovered. A couple of rounds we have seen a couple of, players posted up towards the sandbags. We hadn't really seen it come through. This nade now looks a little bit more deadly when you see Glaive on 12 HP. Doesn't find him, but it does find Magus and Dupree. Popped up for Chopper. Looks like the T's are still committing to this. Chopper. Here's all of it. Sees none of them.
I think Astralis are looking as indecisive as what Team Spirit did just the other day here within these mid-rounds. I know that they're down with Glaive low on HP and Device is taken out of the picture as well, but kind of just forcing their way around the map here. They don't have too much utility to work with, and now into the jaws of Team Spirit. They're just trying to keep them running a bit of a loop here, but Spirit have dug on in. They're happy to play this passive setup. They've got nades to work with. They're just going to wait and receive.
Yeah, not forced to do anything. iDisbalance now obviously going to be called over. Hey, 20 seconds. Give us a hand, Chopper. Does deal with 1. Good work from him. Can't get any more. S-Tag's done incredibly well there to be quite potent on those entries. So iDisbalance did get towards Ruins quite quickly. He was sitting somewhat towards Speedway, so able to shuffle over early enough. And he is a slightly unconfirmed position for a while. It seems like they might be aware of it now. SDY, some die young, gonna post a nade to S-Tag. Oh,
wow.
It's Glaive who
1
receives
HP.
it. Right, here we go. The 3 play back in through coffins. S-Tag's gonna see at least 1. He should be able to get 1. No! Magic saves his life, but Dupree needs to clutch this out. He's a calm player in these scenarios, and Magix is on the bomb! He gets off it, but Dupree saves the round.
Oof, okay, close that one right there. Astralis walking away with that. All 10 players in the server going on down. The money is good for both sides. We will see the buy round come out once more, but that is down to Tag with 2 big entry kills onto the B side of things. And with how indecisive Astralis looked in that mid round, Team Spirit weren't having any of it. They weren't rotating around. They weren't getting caught out of position. They were actually standing strong. And these are the entries I was talking about. First one over towards the Coffin's position. And then as Chopper dips on down through the smoke, being able to find him, tracing him through there. And this is Dupree closing things off. A little bit unlucky not to get the third. Thought he was probably good for that, but Astralis will take a tactical timeout off the back of that round. The fact that it's so high intensity, those moments, probably just want to calm it down. You're only 5 rounds away now from picking up map number 1, but you haven't really got much breathing room from Team Spirit, who are just behind you. 10 rounds for them. Visor on the board, Tag yet to purchase. I just bounce with the AWP once more. Diffuse kit in his hands as well. Utility looking good on the side of things for Team Spirit. Tag's actually gone down to the Galil, maybe needing the extra utility for some crowd control or an executor set piece. Device, early Molotov over towards Banana. I just bounce going for this pick again.
They're pushing down Banana as well. This is quite proactive on both sides of the map. Smoke towards middle. They do garner the control of Banana for now. Going to post some Die Young towards the logs. It's not being particularly subtle about it either. Wants to let them know that he's around there, but Device, huge kill through the smoke. I don't think he realizes how much that kind of throws a spanner in the works just yet, but they might feel it out eventually.
They just can't give up a kill here, Astralis in Limbo. Or, if we put the shoe on the other foot, Spirit need to find another frag in Limbo. With how passive they are over towards the A side of things right now, I don't think they'll find any stragglers, but looking for those exact names is Chopper over towards Banana. Jumping around the half wall, seeing if there's anybody in that corridor of the map, and well, nobody there. Smoke's now coming out towards A, isolating quadrant at a time. Will be Astralis.
There's the peak though, and there's the pick right. His bounce. Thought he might have had a second there, but it's Chopper in support through CT Arch. Now, if they work out it's Chopper there, they might go, well, who's at B then, question mark. And it looks like that's the case. Chopper going to put himself in a 1v2. Still leaving Dupree towards the apartments. Might keep Mira Magics from being unable to support him. So Chopper...
Double smoke CT.
Ooh, bit of a miscommunication potentially coming out. But Chopper is the one who's got all the pressure on him. He's going to find Device, and now he has to keep that safe. But look at where the bomb's gone. Glaive all the way around now. They're both on the site still. They need to be cleared out. 8 seconds. There's still one more. Mir's there. Surprise. And it's a horrible surprise. 4 seconds. The round's all but over. They couldn't do it with the time left on the board. You okay, Chad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not used to seeing Astralis double smoke CT. I was double smoke CT, right? Like, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna double check. I'm pretty sure it was.
Did you see it?
I'm gonna believe Chad and say yes.
It's all right. I can check it on Skybox. But the reason I'm like a bit confused by that is if it was just, you know, a smoke Coffins and a smoke CT in that situation, then maybe they actually might have drawn a rotation. But the fact that, no, it definitely was double smoke CT. Yeah. Well, I like the fact that Team Spirit didn't feel the need to rotate there, sticking to their guns here, and it netted them a big round. This has forced Astralis just down towards pistols. It's a partial investment. Under pressure now, I just balance dropping on back to Tech 9s. They're not good to convert. Magics will deal with this. Molotov to hold them at bay as well. And towards top mid, Astralis, they're marooned. They don't want any of that one there, as back over towards B they head. Smoke will just be trotted on out towards the mouth of Banana. We have 3 smokes left on over. No flashes to go off. Astralis need to hope for a miracle.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a miracle yet, but it might have the makings. They still need a difference maker in this one.
Oh, God.
So the miracles come towards the other side. Some love to see it, and some will love to see that too. Closed down, Tag denied, and yeah, there was nothing happening for Astralis in that.
Yeah, that was just the pistol, so I wasn't expecting too much to come on through. The fact that they did plant and find 2 kills, that's great at keeping the money situation for Team Spirit, at least under bay a little bit. I just balance SDY and that of Magics, have enough money to drop a gun over towards Chopper and Mira if required. If we take a look right now for Astralis off the back of that plant, because they went for a little bit more than a partial investment, they will have to take a save. So Another round of what we just saw, most likely on the cards. Upgraded pistols, light utility, light armor. Team Spirit are looking good to take 13 rounds right now. Remember, this is their map choice. Coming up next will be Nuke. We saw Astralis falter yesterday in quite the fashion against Heroic, the #1 team in Denmark. And I'm talking about Heroic here. Taking them to school almost. They're just going to get destroyed
Bloody
here.
hell. Yeah, this is clean. Exactly what you'd want to be seeing for Spirit. No mistakes. Bombs left over towards the top and middle. Obviously comfortably in the hands.
Yeah, this one's done.
I like that from Chopper too. I like that little position he's popped himself up into. But yeah.
Yeah, it's an off angle. It's not going to be checked by device here whatsoever. Anything cool happening, Lauren? Anything exciting
Where?
in life?
Nah.
You done any laundry lately?
I need to do it on Monday.
On Monday? You save all the chores for the off day?
I don't have time otherwise. Because I have to go to a laundromat, right? So by the time I get
That's
home,
right.
it's closed.
Well, you could come around to the hotel and do it in the hotel if you want.
I could do.
I can pick you up,
Yeah.
bring you around, leave you in the basement. There's no internet down there.
That's not good.
Nah, it's not ideal. So this is a tech issue, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully resolved quickly. So Laura and I are going to talk a bit of rubbish right now. And then when the game resumes, we'll get you back underway.
Yeah.
If you guys want to interact with us on social media, use the hashtag ESL Pro League. We will, if you want to Photoshop Lauren's head on anything,
Don't.
maybe make some more missing posters for Alex Machine Richardson.
He's back soon, isn't he?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's the rumor.
I heard tomorrow.
Well, that's exciting. Maybe we'll have a bit of a rager tonight.
Just leave him to hard carry the rest of the
Yeah.
games.
We'll
He has
rock
left
up
us to carry while he's off gallivanting doing...
MOBAs.
Look, I cast a lot of nonsense, but at least it ain't a MOBA.
We're only kidding, guys, as well. It's all friendly banter. We all.
Is it? Oh.
Oh, yeah, no. Well,
Yeah, no.
our game's the
Yeah.
best game.
Yep.
And everyone else is trying to catch up, but that's okay. It's going to be difficult to do so with the history that Counter-Strike has.
Okay.
Oh, oh, we're back. I wanted to pick
Yeah.
a topic.
Well,
We need like what we need is like a glass bowl.
Yep.
And then we can like
Just
pick
like
little topics
various
out of it.
topics?
Yeah.
Huh.
I had a girl come over one time, on a date, and she brought a bowl. Well, she didn't bring a bowl. She brought all of these like first date questions, and we put them in a bowl, and that was the first date.
How creative.
I didn't see her
Oh,
again
she's
after
just
that.
Not like the other girls.
Anyway,
Just being
Counter-Strike, round 25, I just
Right.
balanced, same maneuver.
Magisk is up banana. He's kind of in no man's land at the moment. I wonder if they're aware of this. I think Chopper's going to have a horrible surprise. He does, yeah. Magisk getting some good ground gained, and he's going to keep pressing that issue. Barely took damage. Magic's on the other side, left very low on HP. They know where they're at. And Magisk this round has basically opened up the entirety of B for them. Now, Nades could do some damage here, considering how low Device and Glaive currently are, but this might be a write-off.
Yeah, I want you to take note of Magisk in that round right there, and I want you to understand what the change-up is. Astralis, instead of posturing around passively and letting the territory be taken by Spirit in the early stages, then trying to play some late-round fakey boys, they've just gone straight on in. They've gone, okay, well, we can shoot you too, and that's probably what you want from Magisk. He's that type of player within the team, the explosive element, taking the game by the balls, and this is a big round for them to win. Check out the money situation over there for Spirit. They will be able to buy going into the next round. Round number 26 coming up. Holding on to these rifles will give them enough money to carry on through as well. As we get to the business end, the last thing you want to do on the CT side of any map, especially on the second half, is to have your economy broken within the late stages. That means you're going to have to be fighting with SMGs and pistols. So if they can save as many weapons as they can until they feel they have to fight, until we get to those crunch moments, that's the right call. That's that percentage Counter-Strike we keep talking about. Their loss bonus is only 1,900. So Team Spirit, to build a bank from this stage, they lose this one going forward. That's the 1,900 loss bonus coming through. They'll have enough to scrap together a buy in round 27. That's assuming they lose this one. But we have to make a bit of a forecast on how this money is going to play on out for the remainder of the game. On the other side of things, the loss bonus is also 1,900 for Astralis, and their money's in a little bit of a similar position. Things cost less on the T side. Molotov's cheap, but don't have to buy a defuse kit. AK's cheaper than the M4, and they're not rocking the AWP whatsoever. So again, we go. Astralis into Banana, this time not being greeted with too much aggression. They'll be giving it up for free. The AWP is actually over this side of the map. Magic's boosted up. 17 kills for him. So they're doing a quad setup here and a close arch setup so they can maintain mid control. And I always talk about wanting either banana or wanting mid. And this time they have mid and top banana, but Chopper will have to respect that smoke as it fades. There could be anybody on the other side. And we can see 5 members of Astralis now corralling in banana, ready to go for a B execute.
Yeah, Mir's still worried about mid. And this is the... Oh, the timing couldn't have been worse for Riders Balance. A little unfortunate, but Mage is trying to do everything he can individually to crack open the site, and Dupree picks up the mantle where his buddy just left off. Now, the bomb gets thrown across, but it doesn't get recovered. Esatag does get it now.
Save
it looks like save again, yeah. This is... Astralis have found something that's worked for them, at least.
Yeah, I like the idea from Spirit in the sense of, okay, well, this time we won't fight for banana control because we lost kills opening there before. We'll just play a little bit more passive on the site. But you could see there, as they were in transition to play a deeper site setup, that's when the attack came through from Astralis. So picking that perfectly, Astralis had no idea that that was going to be the case. They got lucky with that timing. It made the entry frags a little bit easier. You could see off balance was Idis balance towards the back of the site, missing that first shot, immediately taken on down. And with that opening right there and the rotation being far away, Team Spirit will think better of this. Note as well how much they're holding on to. Full kitty utility for SDY and Magix. Mir with a Molotov and a flash as well. Diffuse kits for all of them. And their money now, with 1900 getting thrown on top, means that they will be able to buy. SDY can drop a rifle over for Chopper, so he can get full nades as well. And Idis Balance has enough money to buy his AWP and everything he needs.
Okay, just briefly.
Yes.
Hopefully you guys at home did get the link, you know, the IP to join the Go TV, obviously. This is a radio broadcast now. No, we apologize about the issues. Obviously, we're just messing with you on my explanation. Just a couple of problems came through, but hopefully they're all fixed up now. No more black screen to be seen, but hopefully Chad was very descriptive.
Oh, sorry, guys. There was a little tidbit there up about Astralis' utility damage. I missed it, but if you guys read it, hopefully it was a good one.
It was 1,500 utility damage there, Chad. Not bad at all, if you ask me.
That's pretty great, Rush.
Coming in on
From
his own
Astralis,
accord.
that is.
Thank you for reporting in. We appreciate that. Rushley reports next time. I want to hear Rushley reports with the news. All right. Well, openings for either side. Damage done to Idis Balance. Over towards B we go. Looks like they want to continue to pressure this side of the map. The bomb being picked up now from Esatag over towards T stairs. And with a 2-2 setup and a pounce coming through, Lauren, this one's going to get spicy for Chopper.
It's worked well for Magisk before. We have to see if it's going to work well again. It's Glaive this time, but he does take down Chopper. Chopper unable to convert as he has done before. It looks like Dupree's disconnected on that. Did he? He didn't die, did he? Like, I'm not losing my mind. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to keep that to myself for now. I'm sure we'll find out if damage was done. It doesn't seem to matter. Magisk there to find Magix. And now Mir and Idis Balance. It's probably a save again, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And why does this feel so common and like we've done this before?
Well, this is Counter-Strike. We've been greeted and lucky enough to have some brawly games in recent times, Lauren. But when you have the likes of Astralis in the server and Spirit are more than happy to oblige and play the same style of CS, they will play that percentage. And you might get a play-by-play moment. You ready for this?
Nah.
You want me to take it?
I mean, the round's won.
You want to give it to Rush?
Glaive now with the M4 trying to destroy the economy. Explosion noise can mask his steps. Sees one, does a trickle of damage, and that's massive. That's taking an M4 out of the round. I don't know what they're going to do this round. They only have the AWP disbalance, the money they can buy, but it might not be great. They needed the utility.
Basically exactly what I would have said.
Yeah.
Just in a different accent.
Do you like Rush's accent?
His actual accent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't often hear it when he's casting.
It is an odd one.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, it doesn't sound like a traditional British accent. A lot of people confuse Rush with, like, different nationalities.
Where do people think Rush is from? If
I don't
you put
know.
that in chat, I'd really appreciate it. I'm pretty sure you know where he's from, but maybe if you just heard his voice, where was the assumption made? Yeah, and again, just appreciate the replays. You can catch up on that, all that nice black screen time that you had. There we go.
How many rounds was it out for?
Like 12 now. I don't know. It was like 2.
Okay. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, guys. It wasn't us, but we're sorry, as, you know, the royal we. 14-13, Astralis are in the lead. A couple of saves have had to come out for Spirit, obviously. We have seen those B hits working out quite nicely. However, it does feel as though, okay, well, they can't just go B, right? There is always going to be that idea, like, eventually they'll have to go somewhere else.
Oh, this looks like it's going to be the holes pop. This is more of an instinct-based call than a percentage-based call. Look at all the utility they have. They're going to go straight into the arms of SDY.
Okay, some Young, though, up to it. 1-1 trade out ain't bad. It sets up Magic's very well. I just balance now on the case, quick as ever. With a bomb left. Out in the open, no chance to turn and try and get out of there. I just balance subtly on the site now. Molly's gonna force him out of position, force him to fight.
Wow.
He'll die for it, but it's a valiant death as Glaive now, the 1v3, looking a little bit unlikely. Chopper, Mia, and Magic's against him.
He's dead.
Bomb still left where it was, and it's a matter of time, and yes, B, work good, A, no.
Yeah, I think you were bang on there in the thought process from Astralis and Spirit. Spirit played the 3-man A defense, and Astralis assumed that they would have to lean an extra man over there. So going through halls is the longest rotation point to be coming on in if they were to do a 3-man B stack. And it didn't work whatsoever. I just balanced with 2 big kills here, shutting this one down. The Molotov was good, but not enough damage was done to him previously. And coming on through there with the AUG, Mir will finish off Glaive. Bai will come back out for the Astralis side of things, but we're tied up 14-14. This time they'll go for the 3-man B lean. Team Spirit are actually the team one step ahead.
They're reading the game incredibly well. Magix does kind of find that no man's land again, quite safe, obviously, between the Molotovs and what have you. Takes a touch of damage, but still perfectly fine. Able to clear towards the top of Banana as he does slowly but surely work.
This is good as well. It looked like Magix was going to rotate over, but probably being told to stay over towards this B side of things because that's where Astralis have been finding all of their success. So going on into this bomb site, Astralis will have to deal with 3 players. Mir over towards Coffins, Magic boosted up towards the flower pot, and then in the back of sight, we'll make it 2 players now because Mir's tucking on in. They might even go for the boost. Okay, in transition. They don't know where they want to end up right now, but they will have a boost indeed. I just balance with mid information, means that they can keep that 3-man B setup coming on through. Tucked away in the mouth of middle is Esatag and Dupree, bomb in limbo on the back of Glaive. And by playing in this passive scenario, if information is taken towards brackets, which we can see it is, they will be calling everything's clear. Could be a B fake and then up mid, so it's all on I just balance.
17-14 so far for him. No subtlety being shown by Astralis, of course, trying to
Great Molly.
ensure that this is looking good, and the timing could not be better. Because now Magix looks a little isolated, a little alone, and there's no one else coming, and suddenly this mid-hit looks so readable, likely, but they still have to deal with the players. There's only 2 hits, and Greek Young goes down. How did Glaive and Esatag live through that? The smoke's up, 8 seconds. If they stop the bomb plant, maybe there's a chance, but it's going to be Idis balance above, and a great shot from him.
They're going to go for this
falls. They are pressing this issue now. Device going to be gifted one there. Mir unawares. Barrel shows. Device having a game with the rifle, but still this 2v2's deadly. Glaive's HP is so low. I don't think they know how low he is, but it's on Dupree to be very, very instrumental in this. Sees Magix, kills Magix. And that's Idis balance out of there. That AWP wants to be kept over. This is going to be a very close game. These are not clear-cut rounds. These are not easy 1 rounds for Astralis.
Not by any means. And now with 1900 as the loss bonus coming on through for Team Spirit once again, their money is in the bin. And I said you didn't want to have your money broken on the CT side late. Well, that's exactly where they found themselves. Magix, Mia, and SDY are going to have to make do with, well, anything less than an M4, A4. Idis balance might be able to drop something, but does he want to get utility up? That's the real question going into the final round of play for regulation in map number 1. Astralis can make their buy work. Shouldn't have too many issues. Galil's are pretty serviceable. This was almost the opening right there. I just balance up and over, but Device slams the door. 2 big kills. You can see pivoting back on over. Chopper not ready for him to already have been up close and personal. And that's because when Device found that first kill onto Mir didn't know exactly where he died from, right? It was just a boiler window, something
Somewhere,
like that.
yeah.
And in that case, the communication wasn't perfect. Able to find the gap, find the frag, and now we do have the match paused. And as you can see, there's only 4 CTs in spawn. We need 5. So hopefully we'll be back underway in just a moment.
What's the problem?
The chicken
Ready
can't
to
wield
go.
a weapon.
Oh, imagine him with that little pistol. Oh.
Like, how would he?
He's so
would it be
ready
in his,
to
would it be in his
go. Look at
mouth?
him,
Like,
he's
how would he? How would he
ready.
use it?
His little wings.
Under his wings?
Yeah. Little feathers.
Yeah, I just don't know how he's going to pull the trigger. That's all. I'm trying to role play as a chicken right now.
Get the pistol. No.
What are you packing at, chicken?
Nothing there. Josh, how do you think a chicken would hold a pistol?
It's a very good question. Are they kind of like T-Rexes where they have the little arms, or do they only have the wings? They only have wings?
They don't have arms.
Little arms.
I've got an idea. What about this? What if we had like, we mounted the gun on the back of the chicken, right? And then you put like a little string around the trigger, and then as the chicken goes down to peck, when he pecks, it shoots.
That's not a bad idea. You could have the barrel resting on his head too.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
It's a bit dangerous.
It is
It is a bit dangerous. It might get a bit warm.
We might get... Peter might be on the phone in a second, yeah?
Yeah, that's true enough.
Well, this game is as close as it can be.
Very true.
Guys, we're running out of creativity. I'm really sorry.
We're not. We can keep going. It just, the value really decreases over time. Keep in mind, we're obviously waiting for the player to come back in. Once he is back, when all sorted, we can get the game started up as well. But yeah, I like the theory crafting with the chicken. If any of you could maybe do some artist renderings of that, we'd thoroughly appreciate it. Obviously, hashtag ESL Pro League. I like a lot of the submissions people make.
Yeah, they do make good submissions. Rush, do you want to... I know that you were a bit upset the other day because you and Lauren were arguing about music. Do you want to choose the song that we go into break with?
Definitely. I would love to...
When have I ever got to choose anything?
Rush?
Well, I only got to choose music one time.
Last round, pick your song.
Yeah, I'm going to pick my song. I want Back Again.
Okay, Back Again.
I love that song.
Well, back again into round 30. Here we go. Idis bounce. Saved AWP. Has to make this one work. Shot goes awry. Over towards the B side of things, it's just a two-man setup here as Astralis are waiting for any early mistakes, any early aggression to come out across the map. They've thrown out that default, that net to catch any slippery CTs as we can see tucked on in Dupree on the other side of Idis Balance's scope.
Device. He's been good with the rifle, but not that good. Chopper's finally had his revenge. Nade's done well. Molly can do better. Now they're forced to fight. It looks like Mir's going to go forward and sit in the smoke. He does have Chopper backing away slightly. Glaive's going to try and clear this.
Oh, the timing
could be worse. Mir gets found for free almost. Glaive's going to be happy with that, but now the smoke comes in. Bear in mind, Magix does only have the SMG, but equipped with a nade and a flash as well. Maybe able to set Chopper into motion. Do they keep pressing this issue? Magix does have the bomb there. Chopper ahead of that Molotov. The flash plays in well. No one there to clear, but he sees the gun barrel. I'm pretty sure Chopper knows that Glaive's over there.
Should have a pretty good idea, and with that CT smoke, they're creeping in. The flash comes over, they're taking pool control. Nade's going to do a chunk of damage. Looking up on the boost is nobody's home. Magix even finds Magisk on the other side. 3v4.
Smoke goes in. Chopper finally shows his hand. He waited so patiently. Yeah, it's OT on the cards, 15-15. I am glad to see it almost. I'd feel bad if Spirit lost out in that manner. Astralis are taking this game so far, but let's take a second to go to a break, catch our breath, and then come back ready.
Never let you double cross them. Moving through the city like it's Gotham. They told me get one, so I got one. Stop saying you're a boss when you not one. You ain't sacrificed, nah, you ain't lost none. All over the gram like you got a bag. You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. And you know the flow, got him coming back. Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aye.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you wanted, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it. Round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know. We'll take it. Round and round. Yo, hold up. Let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone would show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so So what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes. I'll close their eyes and fantasize. Young Divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats on stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young, black, successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Live until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you want it, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
bringing summer
1,
to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll.
Ah, 15-15. Maybe next time, Rush, pick a song that's long enough. God. Sometimes you then have a little bit of a say in the matter, Chad. But we're going all the way here. This is fight for survival, bear in mind, between these two. Astralis, this T-side hasn't looked as potent as I'd liked. It felt like they found success towards B, but beyond that, it kind of hit a brick wall.
Yeah, and I think both teams, we could probably look towards their CT sides as being relatively troublesome. Only 6 CT rounds for each of these teams here. Let's see if they can do any better now that we're in overtime. We're underway. 3-man B-lane to the start from Team Spirit, the regular exchange of utility. And, well, Astralis will get gifted banana here relatively easily. Dupree's already forward towards the boiler position. If he swings on this, I just balance with AWP. He will be trained. He will be ready to take him down. The flash is good. Tagged on up. That'll force I just balance away, or will it? He's not scared of no one. As Dupree will think this angle is clear if he re-peaks. So information towards brackets will be retained for that of Team Spirit. You've got over in Trash, Magics, quad side with the AWP locking things down of I disbalance. SDY is in the Halls position, and over towards B, it's Mir and Chopper. They've just used their second smoke. That's come out at 55 seconds. Oh my God, I disbalance, too curious. He finally goes down to Dupree. That's the second duel they had within this round, and now comes the B hit. Magix is gambling B. This is the right gamble read.
It is. Maybe Magix has a good idea of how Astralis were finding their success, and you're right, it is a gamble. But Dupree is going walking. He's going looking about here. With 30 seconds, they are going to have to commit and make their minds up pretty soon, no matter which way they want to go. And it looks like it will be this B piece. Dupree is kind of useless in this until very, very fine in the round. They still haven't made this hit count. They haven't cleared out too well. A 1-for-1 trade, but look at the time, 15 seconds. This T-side is slowly but surely losing some of its steam. Finally, Dupree comes in. That's going to help out a great deal, as Mir does go down to the nade from Glaive, even while finding Device. But the bomb plant on 6 seconds, this was very close by, and there comes in with Dupree being so valuable late round, but I almost felt it wasn't going to get there.
Yeah, it was a good stack from Spirit there, having to gamble after Isis Balance went down in middle. They did their best to slow the aggression onto the B side of things, but their best wasn't good enough in round number 1 of OT. As you can see at the top of your screen, 1st to 19, that's what we're playing to. It's MR3, 3 rounds on each side of play. You need 4 rounds in total. So if Astralis can go for a clean sweep on their T side, they will just need 1 on that CT side of things. But you start with 16K, that's max money. Every round's a buy round, unless you are the AWPer, and then you might have to start getting a little bit worried. As we speak about worried.
Okay, no man's land has been found. He's been living in that tiny little space between the mollies a fair amount, and he found a lot of success for it through that regular time. But now, clearly, in a quick adjustment, maybe just that commitment off that third player, having the additional nade, has encouraged a little more. Now, no Dupree towards top mid this time. This is a full-on B lane.
Yeah, and they're continuing to punish this side of the map. Oh, they're going quick.
Yeah, the pace is now picked up. It's going to be Chopper to receive again. Last time he did quite well. I think it might have been a 1-for-1 trade. He might do more here. In the molly, they burn. S-Tag's dead. Glaive's at least taken down Chopper, but look at Mir. He's still alive, but he was here before, and they're going to check on it again. Glaive is doing very well here to keep this round in check for the T side, but it feels very, very much like fine margins. And iDisbound's quick to rotation, playing in through ruins. He is by coffins. The timing now does set off the alarm bells. They know the smokes are coming in. The CT side looking for that opportunity, but Device on the AWP. We hadn't seen this too much. Might be a good look, maybe not. Magic's gonna find Device putting in towards Glaive, and Magisk, who's sitting, oh my word, Glaive has absolutely destroyed this round. But that's what you need to see, the closer from Magisk in the end, but it was Glaive, 4 kills. Those entries, the quickness to instantly clearing Nubox, the bomb plant, he did everything then.
Yeah, it's felt like the rounds that Astralis are winning are not in traditional Astralis fashion, you know, by going 1 for 1, having good trades. It's almost when they win these rounds, an individual needs to step up with a big multi-kill. There's nothing wrong with that. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. It just is not the normal fashion in which I'm used to seeing Astralis do it. So now they've managed 2 on their T side. If they can get the clean sweep, it's going to be fantastic stuff going to the second half. This is Spirit's map pick, and it almost feels like a must-win here today.
Oh.
So much nade damage. Magisk once again being peppered on down, and this time the molly will finish him off.
Job completed on that front, Dupree. Switching things up, playing towards the apartments this time. SDY, the timing. Works out well for him. Smoke going to be put into play. Now Dupree's, I don't know, viability to do anything is going to be a little bit trickier, but Glaive's up close. S-Tag and Device, they're going to play off the back of that smoke, get ahead of it. Magic's now called into question and called into action, and he is ready. He's locked and loaded. Just about makes it away, doesn't die to the peak.
Looking for Mia.
But let's remember, Dupree isn't here, so for now, Device is essentially in a 1v4. He's going to get the bomb plant and now have to depend on Dupree to get there and somehow do something about this. Timing is everything. Device with only a flash to play with. He needs to buy time, and he's done just that for now. Dupree's made it there well enough. High flash, buying a couple more seconds. As those seconds pass, things get a little tentative now for the CT side. They need to make their play happen sooner rather than later, and Device is still being deadly, doing damage, but it's down to Dupree. Playing towards the pool, he's going to hear the steps, he's going to see the players. He's going to try and defend that bomb, but that is going to be close on the defuse.
Dicey stuff there for a moment for Spirit. I think Dupree actually coming through so late with that CT spawn smoke, that funneled them all into Device's position. He could have even had a multi-kill on the cards there, but Spirit mop up the mess. They're able to convert that 4v2 situation and post their first round on the board in overtime. If you get to 18 rounds, that's enough to take you into double OT. That's the safety net. So Astralis, they just need 1 round here to guarantee double OT. That means they can do it all again if Spirit are able to bounce back with 2 of their own. Spirit will have to go clean in the second half to get up towards those coveted 19 rounds that we were talking about. 3-man B lean in the early stage from Astralis. Early Molotov down mid. Device is searching. We didn't see him do too much on the AWP this game. Let's see if he can turn it on in OT.
Now, the utility work from Astralis during the CT side was good, but honestly, Spirit's T side was excellent as well. S-Tag's been seen. I'm pretty sure the corner of his arm's been spotted, but he still finds Magic's through the smoke. Bit of a spray and pray and the nade. It couldn't have landed better. It's just a heat-seeking missile from him.
27 for Glaive.
What do you do with these two?
Yeah, and this is rough. They have no territory. Completely denied in Banana. They haven't gone up middle, and you can see right there tucked in towards Trash's Device with the AWP. Being able to play him in with some flashes. Dupree has 1. The gap's going to be very, very difficult to find. The money is great, so Team Spirit have to go for this. It is overtime. You play for every round. There's no need to save. Smoke towards Halls. That gives away the position. The leg shot, that's all he could manage. And now the bomb down on the balcony. Couldn't be a better gift as SDY in a 1-on-5. Good luck, my friend. As Device says, not today, and that's 18 on the board for Astralis. So 1 round away from converting map number 1. Team Spirit need to bounce back with 2 of their own. Feels like Astralis might have found the answer here. This Banana play, it wasn't the hyper-aggression down the bottom. We weren't seeing Spirit play for this Banana control in the early stages, however, in the majority of regulation. The mix-up from them saw them take a chunk of damage. You've got 4 players on Astralis here with plus 20 kills. S-Attack continuing his struggles from yesterday. Playoffs not his friend.
No, and we don't even have Train in the pool, do we? Because he's always seeming to find real comfort on that map, but I do hope we see better from him this time around.
Again.
And yeah, the utility is outstanding from Astralis. They are a forerunner in how to use it to incredible, not just precision, but the timing and everything else. Now, All that aside, though, Spirit can still make this work. This has been a big improvement in comparison to their performance against Big on this map. Chopper. Clearing top of banana. There goes those Molotovs. Nades. Oof. It was actually, excuse me, just the nade that came through towards Chopper in the smoke. So around a minute on the board still. They do have a bit of a plethora of utility for the T's still to work through themselves.
Yeah, I feel like this one is going to be so difficult for Spirit to win. The low HP on Mirror and Chopper. The utility, yeah, it is good, but there's 3 players over towards the B side. As I say that, Glaive swings on back around onto Speedway, but he's cheating on over. He's close enough for a fast rotation. Smoke's coming on through now, 44 seconds. Molotovs as well. This is going to signal the attack.
Yeah, there's the molly going back in, so that buys time for Glaive to come around, who'd be much closer. Device might put his down just as that molly begins to dissipate. Yep, there it goes. And again, this works out well. This buys a lot of time, and it buys time for that sort of thing to happen. And now they're all clustered together, and they have no way forward. A missed molly, I think there maybe, or just clearing on the boost, as now S-Attack can be called in. A 1-for-1 trade is not perfect, but it will do, as you at least still have Glaive there in support. And this man is looking solid today. Sunday Young and Idis Balance. Nothing's coming through. This looks like it's been wrapped up. Put a bow on it. It is 19